So autonomous aircraft will soon begin cargo flights to remote Canadian communities after Transport Canada awarded a one-year contract to an autonomous airline company. Ribbit has been developing its autonomous plane service since being founded back in 2020. They now have a small airplane that can be flown without the intervention of a pilot. So I'm talking taxiing, taking off, flying, and landing all on its own. The company believes its service can make a big difference for remote communities. And joining us from more is Chief Operating Officer at Ribbit, Jeremy Wang. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, great to be here.
This is really fascinating stuff. You know, like not too long ago, this seemed like the stuff of science fiction, but technology moves fast. So here we are. So Jeremy, take us through exactly how a Ribbit aircraft works.
Yeah, so on board the aircraft, what we do is we essentially take a conventional fixed-wing airplane and retrofit it with software and hardware so that that plane can fly fully autonomously. So sensors, software, electronics, everything required.
Wow.
And you can sort of think of it like a really advanced autopilot. So from gate to gate, the airplane will do everything by itself.
That's incredible. And, you know, I mentioned remote communities off the top. Just last summer, I was filming way up in northern Manitoba in some very remote communities. And for a lot of folks there and in a lot of parts of our massive country, getting supplies in and out can be an ongoing challenge. So tell us a bit about the demand that there's been for your service.
For sure. Well, I mean, really the mission of Ribbit is to try and make transportation more accessible and reliable for everybody.
Right.
If you look at northern Canada, there's about 100 to 120 fully isolated communities where transportation can really be a challenge. So with small autonomous planes flying frequently and doing so in a really cost-effective manner, we have to make a difference for these communities for things like food, medicine, and other time-sensitive supplies.
Yeah, I mean, this could be a game changer. I think, though, for a lot of Canadians, some of the questions that they'll have around these aircraft and your technology revolve around safety. So are these aircraft safe?
Absolutely, and that's also one of the reasons why we're working so closely with our aviation regulator, Transport Canada. Really, through this contract, we're going to do two things. The first is demonstrate the technology is safe and works in this northern environment, and the second part is really work hand in hand with Transport to collect a whole bunch of data, rigorously test the technology, and drive evidence-based policy and regulation for this new category of tech.
Well, and as I said off the top, this is a one-year contract, but let's kind of look even further into the potential future for Ribbit. What type of aircraft do you see even further down the line?
Well, our sweet spot is really this kind of 6 to 19-seater airplane. It's really at that scale of aircraft where removing pilots from the cockpit makes a huge difference to the unit economics and the service levels you can provide. And if we nail this right in northern Canada, there's lots of potential applications for this. You look at Alaska, Central Australia, lots of remote regions of continental Africa, island nations.
Yeah.
There's a lot of really hard to reach areas around the world where we think we can make a difference. And of course, the long-term future is passenger, but we'll leave that for the future.
Right, but with this, I mean, you could go global with some of these cargo flights.
Absolutely, yeah.
Jeremy, thanks for joining us. Really appreciate it. Fascinating stuff.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this, be sure to subscribe here, or you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.